Hi everybody, hope you're well. I've just come back from a bike ride, a bicycle ride. Trying to keep my fitness levels up, don't ask. I put so much weight on, it's ridiculous. But anyway, yeah, and I met the postie at the front door and he had a big bag of goodies from AliExpress for me. So, oh God, look at the state of me. Yeah, look like a bird's bum. So yeah, I just thought I would share it with you. So if you're not interested in like a haul video or anything, I know a few of you do like knowing where I've got my bits from, then, you know, see you later, have a good day. But if you're still here, I'll just run through some of the bits I've got today. So I've been a bit short on cord, especially coloured cord. I don't know if you've one of the videos I did a bit ago, I wasn't happy with the cord I put on it because the colour wasn't quite right. Was it the copper and turquoise one? I think it was. So yeah, I was a bit with myself, and I've ordered a few different sorts of cord. Now, I do try and not buy leather cord. I try and buy simulated leather or just cotton cord that's coated stuff, only because I know from selling my jewellery that there's a lot of people who don't want to wear leather anymore, be them vegetarian or vegan. I was vegetarian for 30 years, so I try and be a bit ethical in what I buy. Plus, you don't know where it's come from sometimes, do you? So it might not have been produced ethically. But anyway, that's my views. Shut up, Kath. Yeah, cord. Right, so got this goldy one, and this is just, it's like a plaited cotton cord. Can you see? Oh, my hands are filthy. I've just cleaned my bag. Can you see? Focus camera. There we go. And it's coated in a gold. I don't do a lot of gold, but a few people have asked me for gold coloured cord, so so I've got 5 meters of that. There was 61 pence each. What's that in dollars? Maybe euros is about the same, isn't it? Dollars, 50 cents each. Is that about right? Yeah, 50 cents each. There's 5 meters. So I've got 10 meters of that. I got this lovely grey. Again, the same sort of thing. Just coated cotton cord. I got more of that, so I think I got 10 meters of each of that. And the grey was 82 pence for each bundle. I got some brown. It's like a chocolate brown. Again, I got 10 meters of each, and that was 82 pence. 82 pence. And I've got this lovely tan coloured flat cord. Can you? Do you know? I'm a bit rubbish at doing this, aren't I? It's a flat cord, so it's like, it looks like flat leather cord. And that's 5 meters each, and that was 61 pence. The 5 meter ones were 61 pence each. And then I thought I'd ordered some rose gold coloured, but it's kind of pinky, not my cup of tea really, but somebody might like it. So got some pinky, and they were 82 pence each because I ordered 10 meters, thinking it was rose gold looking. But anyway, so that's all the cord. I will leave a link straight to the shop where I bought these from. I'm not going to link every item, guys, because I'll be here all day, but I will link the shop where I got the cord from and the other bits I'm going to show you. So what else did I get? I got some oh, I'll show you these. I'm making some bridesmaid bracelets for my daughter-in-law's sister. yeah, my daughter-in-law's sister lives in Australia. She's getting married. They'll never see this video, so it doesn't matter. And I'm making the bride's sister, my daughter-in-law, and a couple of the bridesmaids. There's only 2 other bridesmaids. I just want to, because I can't go, so I would really have loved to have gone, because all the families go in, and we're invited because we're all quite close, in-laws and outlaws as we call each other. So I wanted some really lovely little charms. These are silver, so these were really expensive. Where's my notes? These were £3.23. Allegedly, the real silver, or they might be silver plated, but anyway, I'm using silver-plated silver jewellery to make them. So they're these beautiful little discs, and they've got initials on them, so I've got the full alphabet. So I'm going to put an initial on the bracelet with a little charm that means a lot to everybody, and just to make a simple bangle with silver. So I'd ordered them. They're just like a standalone, but they've come at the same time. Right, let's get back to the stuff you'll be interested in. I got some new eyes. These are really tiny ones, 4mm. Now there's copper ones and silver ones, and the silver ones were 75p for 200. Seriously. And the copper ones were 87p for 200. And they are super tiny. You can see 4mm. Now the copper ones, I don't know if they're real copper or if they're coated, because real copper's quite soft and these aren't. So they may just be copper coated, but for what I use them for, they'll be fine. It said they were hypoallergenic. I do try and get hypoallergenic stuff. Again, I have a problem with nickel, so what I do is I just sellotape something to me and wear it all day, and if I come out in a rash, then I gift the stuff. So I do try and make sure everything's hypoallergenic. And they're the silver ones, super shiny little silver ones. So yeah, they were less than £1. What did I just say? 75p for the silver, 87p for the copper, and there's 200 in each. I've been looking for some stainless steel, let me get my scissors, some stainless steel head pins so that I can make my own ear wires or use them for wrapping, because I've got some lovely ones, but they're quite soft and you can't get them to hold the shape. So I bought some stainless steel ones and they're quite tough. Where's that piece of paper gone? There we go. Quite tough and reasonably thick. So I'm going to have a play with these and see if they'll make nice little ear wires. And they were £1.20 for 50, and they are 0.6mm by 30mm. Oh, you know, I said I wanted some different sort of surveils because mine were a bit basic. I spotted these, really like these. I think there's 10 in the bag, or 15, 10 maybe. These were £1.54, and they're so lovely. Can you see? Bring it a bit closer, Kath. So that's where your cord would go through, and that would be the front of your bail. I need to keep this piece of paper handy, don't I? So yeah, that would be the front of your bail. Aren't they pretty? And it looks like they're twinkly, but they're not twinkly. It's just the way the metal's been machined. So I've got them, which I think I'll be using in a couple of videos because they're really pretty. and they're not that too big, so I think I could get away with using them as an earring bail as well to match, but we'll see. Oh, I ordered some more of these, you know, the pre-made wires, because I do use a lot of memory wire. I like memory wire. It's nice having it coloured, isn't it? So it's plastic coated memory wire, or it's probably thick tiger wire, to be fair, not memory wire, but it does hold its shape, and this bit just spins. So the fasteners are, the only thing I have to remember is my holes need to be big enough for that to fit through. I had to snip one off the other day, but the way they go on, I think I can actually squish it with my pliers and pop the end back on, so there's always that. So that's them, and they were £1.78 for 10. So that's like 18 pence each. 18 pence, guys, 18 pence. Now you know why I love AliExpress, and you know, I don't want to diss any business owners out there at all, but if you went to your favourite store to buy them, how much would you pay for one? Don't know, £5 for maybe not that much, maybe £3. Would you pay £3 for one of them if you just needed something different to make a pendant with? Yeah, so the markup, and you know, people say, well, we've got to pay this and we've got, well, they didn't cost me anything in postage, and the more you buy, the cheaper it is. So if I ordered 100 of these, 100 packets of 10, my husband says I should open a little shop and sell them, but I can't be doing with the grief. I've run a little shop before, and no, didn't do my customer service skills aren't very good. But yeah, just, you know, bear in mind when you're looking for stuff that where do you think other people are getting them from? I've said it before and I'll say it again, there's quite a few people out there selling the nail things to dry your UV glue stuff, UV resin, and they're a £5. They're sticking a label on them and charging you £25. So let's add a £5 on for importing. So say it costs them a tenner a unit. They're making £15 and more for sticking a sticker on it. Anyway, I'll stop because I get annoyed. Right, yeah. Back to, I'm having a rant again. Why do I do this? So then I got some of these, because the other day I made some little beads out of scraps, and I was like, oh god, now I've got to drill bloody holes in them. And I just thought I'll try some of these little cup things. They've got like a little drill on. They're an eye pin. Hang on, let me find that white piece of paper I keep putting down. I'll show you this side first. Can you see? It's like a little cup with an eye pin attached, a screw eye pin attached. I mean, they're not, I only got the smallest one. They do bigger ones, but they'd be great for just adding a little screw into a little bead, wouldn't they? I don't know how strong they will be. I'll let you know. I'll do a video and give them a test. But if they're just an eye pin with a cup on, they're just going to be as strong as an eye pin, aren't they? Well, I think so. Anyway, so I got some of them, and they were... Nope. Where's my list? At £1 and a penny, free postage, and I think there is 25 in the bag. It's probably 24 now because I just lost one. Then I got these, again, just for something a little bit different. They're just silver metal, apparently apparently hypoallergenic. Can you see they're just like a little tube, a little bale tube with a little, oh, a little ring. Oh, I am so rubbish at doing this. Is it there? Can you see it? Yeah, it's got a little thing on the end, and then there's a hole in the middle to put your cord through. And I just thought I'd try something a little bit different with them. And they were £1.03 for 50. £1.03. Let me just pop these back in the bags, guys. Oh, the cats will have them. Doris is sat behind me. She might come up for her in a minute, but she's washing her bits and keeps kicking me. Oi, Missy, what you doing? She always sits behind me. It's nice. It keeps your bum warm. And the last, oh no, not last, but last of the finding-y things. Oh, I'm throwing them about. Are these little, they're like that sort of shape, and then they've got that on the end to put your pendant in, you know, whatever. So they would hang off a nice. I was thinking with these, they'd be nice if there were, you know, the sari cord stuff I got the other day. Because the bigger, I could pass a few pieces of that through it, make a nice necklace, and then that'd be the dangler. So I got them, and they are 50 in the bag, and they were £1.54 for 50. Again, it says the hypoallergenic. I always do a little, like I say, I just put something against my skin, just put a bit of tape on, a bit of washi tape or something, and I can then double check if they're okay. So that's that of the findings, guys. And then I saw that, you know, I've got quite a few embossing folders, and I just saw this pattern and I thought it was really pretty. Now I did try and do an image search to try and make sure that this wasn't a branded one that they've pinched, because they do that on AliExpress quite a bit with stamps and stuff. And I couldn't find it doing an image search, so fingers crossed I'm not promoting something that's been pinched off a designer. I've been there and it's not a nice experience. But anyway, it's just like a lace pattern, and it's quite deep. You know, you put your paper in, don't you, and it embosses the paper, but you can use either side with your clay. So I'll give that a little dabble at some point. I just thought it was really pretty. It actually reminded me of my tattoo, which I designed myself with the help of my tattooist. It just reminded me, so I thought, oh, I'm having that. And that was, I've not written the price down. Bales, sorry, I haven't written the price down. I think it's probably less than £1. And then I got these moulds. I'm always on the lookout for nice moulds, because I do wood and resin jewellery. I also do concrete jewellery, as well as clay. And I know these can go in the oven, these white ones. They discolour a little bit, but don't let that put you off. So I'm always looking for nice ones, because what I find with a lot of the resin ones is they have that little sticky up bit, then you don't have to drill a hole. But I don't like that. I want them smooth, so that if I use clay, I know the surface is going to be smooth. So I got this one, which has got you know, teardrops, different sized ovals. It's got little circles so you can do your earrings. I'm just looking at it, guys, because I can't see proper. Yes, we've got 3 sizes of circle, 4 sizes of teardrop, a teardrop donut style, loads of little circles dotted in, and 3 big ovals, and then there's a flat bottomed circle, you can't really make it out, and then there's a smaller donut here, and it's got the ribs on the back, so it's quite, because it softens in the oven, and sometimes they can distort if they haven't got support, but it's got these ribs on the back, so it'll be quite supportive of your you know, whatever you put in it. So I got that one, and that was £2.86, which is a bit expensive actually for AliExpress, but I really liked it, and it doesn't stink. It's really nice quality. So I got that one, and I got a squares one as well. Well, you know, I mention it quite a bit with my health condition. Sometimes my joints just all flare up on my fingers and my wrists, and it's quite painful to push. So you've probably noticed sometimes I struggle a bit doing things, and I've got carpal tunnel as well because of my condition, so it pinches the nerve and it can be quite tender. So sometimes if I just want to play, but I haven't, my hands are a bit then using moulds is really good for me, because I don't need to use a lot of pressure. I could just put the clay in and roll over it and cut it off, pop it out or bake it in, and I can make some really pretty bits and not feel bloody worthless because my hands are sore. There's nothing worse than, you know, when your brain's buzzing with ideas but your body's letting you down. So I'm always trying to, you know, find things I can do when, you know, I'm feeling a bit bleh. Anyway, I'm babbling again. I'm a right babbler, aren't I? So yeah, anyway, I got these squares, and they've all got, I don't know if you can make it, oh yeah, you can that way. Can you see? They've not got straight sides. They slide slightly in, so they're not a perfect straight edge. They've got a almost like a gem, faceted, that's the word. They look more faceted. So yeah, they're really lovely. So you've got, obviously you've got quite a lot of squares, you've got some rectangles, some thinner pieces here which would make nice little drops for earrings. Oh, I've left the, it scared me that then. As you, I need to do a little tour, don't I, so you can see my studio and stuff and how it's set up. But the studio door is straight facing the French doors that lead into the house, and there's maybe let me think, maybe 5 or 6 meters between one door and the other, and it's decked and raised, and we have like garden furniture on it. And then with the weather being so rubbish this year, we bought instead of just having an umbrella, we bought a gazebo, and it has tented sides. It's really lovely, because if it starts to drizzle, you can just zip one of the sides up and still feel cozy. And I've unzipped it, but I haven't tied the curtain bit back, and it's flapping and tapping my window, and it scared the life out of me. Oh, anyway, I'm babbling again. So yes, and that was the same price as the circle one, which was £2.86. This one hasn't got any ribs on the back, but these are built up at the back, so that all the bottoms that sit flat on the table while you're pushing into them. I've got a couple of moulds where they don't reach the bottom, and when you push it distorts the shape, so I always check in the photos to see if, you know, the quality, and they're the good quality, really are good quality. So yeah guys, that's that. I just thought I'd come and say hello, because I've not you've not seen me my face much, have you? And let me know if you like these sort of things. You know, where I just show you some products that I've managed to get hold of or anything. And I'll gladly do a haul video. Oh, by the way, they all took 10 days to come, which isn't bad at all. I've ordered things like from the UK, and they've taken longer. And you know, and I know now I think they have some European distribution centres for AliExpress. So a lot of the findings and things like that, they're not actually coming straight from China. There's a mini warehouse somewhere in Europe. I suppose if you're in the States, are you closer? Geography's not good for me. But yeah, it took 10 days, and I've, bar the odd thing that's kind of disappeared and then turned up 3 months later, touch wood, I haven't had any bad luck. I've had a lot of bad luck with Wish, things not turning up and people saying that it was delivered and it wasn't, you know, or things come in and they're just not what's in the photograph. But yeah, I'll leave a list to all the shops I got this stuff from if you want to go and have a look. Just go and have a peruse, you know. And I use my PayPal account. So you've got that double, you know, if you can, so I know some people are a bit concerned about the bank details and things. And again, I've been ordering for donkeys and I've never had an issue. And if something's disappeared, the odd thing that's disappeared or delayed, you just, you know, there's a step to go through. Goods aren't received. A bit like Amazon, goods haven't been received. They generally ask you a few questions, and you just get your money back, you know, within a week of you saying it's not turned up. Because I know some people are a bit naughty, aren't they, and they take advantage of that, say it hasn't turned up. But yeah, give it a go, you know. I'm all for supporting local businesses, and I do. But some things I'm not willing. In my local hobby craft, I'd probably pay £4 or £5 for 5 metres of cord. And it's appalling, isn't it? Especially when you can order it yourself. So yeah, I'm babbling again. I'm gonna go and have a shower. And my shoes, I've just left my shoes at the back door, they're just covered in mud. I've had to hose my bike down, it was covered in mud. My cycle jacket is covered in mud. I think I need a new mud guard, but I did have good fun having a sing and a pedal down the canal. Right guys, I'm off. I'll see you all soon. Take care, be good, bye.